You said the wrong name out loud, and your whole body flinched like it had been struck. But nothing hit you. Nothing touched you at all. Think of the last time you embarrassed yourself. You reached for a handshake, they went for a fist bump. You waved back at someone who was waving at the person behind you. You tripped on a flat floor in front of everyone. You laughed at a joke that turned out to be serious. You walked into the glass door you swore was open. And hours later, you were still thinking about it. We hate this feeling, we call it cringe. We treat it like a flaw, a weakness to be fixed. But what is embarrassment really? Why does it hurt so much when nothing actually happened? Most people think the answer is obvious. Embarrassment is just a useless, bad feeling. A glitch, a leftover, something to grow out of. It sounds right, it feels right. But it's wrong, and the truth is far stranger than that. Because that feeling is not a glitch. It is one of the most useful tools your mind has ever grown. And your brain treats it like a wound. To see why, picture every action you could ever take. Lay them all out on one enormous sheet. Some things you simply cannot do. You can't run faster than light. You can't be in 2 rooms at once. Physics draws the first hard border. Inside that there's a second border, the law. You agree not to steal, not to harm, not to speed. Break those and the police come for you. But inside the law, there's a much finer line. It's not illegal to chew with your mouth open. It's not against the law to stand too close to someone. No officer arrests you for a hug that lasts too long. And yet you know not to do these things. Something punishes them without any police at all. That something is embarrassment. It is the finest sandpaper your species ever made. It smooths over the tiny things no rulebook covers. Like a small burn that teaches your hand to pull away. Embarrassment teaches you which moments to never repeat. And here is the part that surprises people. The people who feel it are the good ones. When you show that you're embarrassed, others trust you more. A blush is a quiet signal. It says, I care about you. It says, I understand the rules and I want to keep them. People who can feel it are kinder when tested, more generous, more forgiven when they slip. So the ability to cringe is not a flaw. It is proof you were built to live alongside others. But it gets stranger still, because you don't only feel it for yourself. Watch a stranger fail on stage and your stomach drops too. They have no idea they made a mistake, but you feel it for them sharp and hot. This is called vicarious embarrassment, and it comes from one quiet power, empathy. The power to feel what another person feels, or what they're about to feel before they even know. The more easily you cringe for others, the more empathy you carry. It does not mean you're more fragile. It means you're more connected to the people around you. But now we reach the strangest truth of all. You think embarrassment is nothing like real pain. A scraped knee is one thing, a bad moment is another. But your brain would disagree with you. Scientists slid people into a scanner. Then they made them relive a humiliating memory. And they watched which parts of the brain lit up. The regions that fired were the pain regions. The exact areas that wake when you stub your toe. One of them has a name, the insula buried deep in your brain. It can't tell a broken rule from a broken bone. Your brain files a broken moment beside a broken bone. It does not have a separate drawer for social wounds. It simply uses the wiring it already had for pain. And it doesn't stop at the brain. The same alarm that fires when a predator appears. It fires when you stand up to speak in front of a room. Your body cannot tell the difference. So it does exactly what it did for our ancestors. It pours fuel into your blood for a fight you'll never have. Let's walk through what happens in those few seconds. First, the silence falls. Everyone is looking at you. Your blood pressure spikes. Heat floods your face and you start to sweat. Your breathing speeds up, gulping for air. Your stomach clenches and turns to nausea. Those are the butterflies you feel before you speak. Your body wants to curl up and hide, but you force yourself to stand straight and act normal. And that fight makes your hands tremble. Blood rushes from your fingers to protect your core. So your fingers and toes and nose go cold. And here is the cruel twist. None of these symptoms make the moment better. The blushing, the shaking, the sweat, they make it worse. You get embarrassed about being embarrassed. But that is not your fault, that is history's fault. Long before there were dinner tables and first dates, your ancestors needed to survive real danger. Claws, teeth, falling rocks, the dark. So they built an alarm for physical threats. And it worked, they lived, they passed it down. But our world changed faster than our bodies could. Now the threats are social, not physical. Is it one kiss on the cheek or two? What do I say at this silent dinner table? There are no claws here, but the alarm fires anyway. We just haven't had time to evolve a gentler one. And once the alarm rings, it is hard to shut off. That is why you replay the moment for hours. Why was I so awkward? Why did I say that? Some of the blame lies with a chemical inside you. A messenger your brain releases called oxytocin. People call it the love chemical. It builds trust. It bonds you to the people you love. It even calms fear and softens anxiety. But the same chemical has a sharper edge. It also makes social moments burn brighter in your memory. It makes them louder, harder to ignore. And it sharpens the bad ones most of all. Because of something built into every human mind. Psychologists call it negativity bias. Bad moments simply weigh more than good ones. One insult can outweigh 10 compliments. We even have more words for pain than for joy. So the awkward moment lodges deep and won't leave. And the loop begins again. What do they think of me? Are they laughing about it now? You are certain they remember it exactly like you do. You are certain they're still thinking about your mistake. But are they? Here is where the whole feeling starts to dissolve. The cure for this fire has a name: perspective. An old piece of wisdom puts it simply. You would worry far less about what others think of you, if you understood how rarely they do. Because everyone else is busy with their own mind. They're not wondering what you did. They're wondering what you think of them. And mostly what they think of themselves. You are not the center of their world. There's an old saying about how this changes with age. In your 20s, you worry what everyone thinks of you. In your 40s, you stop worrying what they think. And in your 60s, you finally understand the truth. They were never really thinking about you at all. There's a name for forgetting this. It's the feeling that you are the hero of every story. Some call it main character syndrome, and it shapes how you judge everyone you meet. The man who took too long ordering ahead of you. You decide he's just an annoying person. That's his whole role. But when you take too long, it's different. You were flustered, the staff was slow, you had a hard morning. You are a full person, they are just background. It's an easy way to live, there isn't time to do otherwise. But every single one of those background figures is real. There's a word for the moment you truly feel this. It is called sonder. Sonder is realizing every passing stranger has a life as deep as yours. Each one full of friends, worries, and quiet dreams. An entire epic playing out invisibly all around you. In their story, you appear for only a second. A blur in traffic, a lit window seen from a passing road. And that thought does something gentle to your shame. Suddenly, your awkward moment looks very small. Of course, it also makes all of you look small. A single needle in an endless field. But here is the soft truth to carry home. From far enough away, your blemishes disappear. Every clumsy word, every wrong name, every trip. All of it fades into the wide, quiet view. And what's left is simply that you cared. That you felt embarrassed at all means you have empathy. It means you understand others. It means you belong. So the next time your face goes hot and your heart races, remember it is not a wound, it is a sign. A sign that you are human and you are kind. Let the moment pass, it already has for everyone but you. And the view from up here is unbeatable. Breathe, you're going to be just fine.